So, tricks with compression. It basically means you can use a clean sound but have sustain and a kind of evenness and a pop to the playing. So I'm just using a bog standard MXR Dynacomp compressor with the sensitivity on minimum all the way to the left and the volume set just past quarter past, and it's just a strap, the compressor, and then pretty much straight into the computer. So here's some tricks for you. That first little piece, I'm playing B over G and then D, G, B, and then popping a B and a G. So B, G, and then popping off to D, B. And then I'm sliding F sharp D into E, C. And then pulling off. And then playing C to C7, major. It's actually probably easier if I just play it slowly rather than explain every note. And then what we do is we hold a C with a G on top and pop it like that. So I'll just slow that down. And as you may have noticed, I tend to slide into things like in that sort of fashion. And the only other part in that little riff was I went to C. So I've got C9, C with a D in it. And then I dropped the bass note to B and the G to F sharp. Then dropped it to B flat over D minor. And then A7. And just mucked about, you know, going up note wise. So that was so that's that you might be able to use. I don't think I've ever heard anyone else play that. That's something I just come up with. Here's another thing. Many years ago, a guy showed me this little trick where you tapped two notes with your left hand, like this, and then you tapped two notes on with your right hand, like that, and then you can make little progressions such as and when you get a bit of pace behind that, like a or you can also kind of descend with both hands at the same time. So if I play like a D and an F sharp here, and then play a D and an F sharp there, and as I drop down, quite like that hammering on the 2-note chord sort of sound. You can kind of do things like this. So I'll just actually play that a bit slower so you can see what I'm doing on both those riffs. So for the first riff, you're only moving the left hand up and the right hand is staying static, playing the same 2 notes. So if I just play the left hand, I'm outlining a G, then an A major, then a B minor, and then I'm moving up to C sharp and E. It's actually easier to play with both hands than it is with one. And when I was doing the double descending part, I was playing a D and F sharp there, and then D and F sharp the opposite direction. So this hand is mimicking that hand, but an octave higher, and the notes are the other way round. So this is D, F sharp, and then I'm with the F sharp higher than the D, and with the other hand I'll play the D higher than the F sharp. And then I'll play C sharp and E with the E higher, and then I'll play C sharp with the E lower, and likewise with the B and the D. So if I just do that slowly for you. Another thing compression's really good at is bringing out harmonics, and there's quite a few tricks you can do. Most of them are sort of based around open harmonics, but you can also do things like hold a note and hit harmonics at the same time. In that kind of fashion. So I'll just slide up to a G and then I'll hit the harmonics B and G. Then slide down to a D and hit the harmonics on the F sharp and the D. And then slide down to a C and hit the very high harmonic on the E string, which is an E. It's a great little way to end a riff. Tapped harmonics also tend to come out a lot easier with compression. And all you do for that is you outline with your right hand whatever you're doing with your left hand. So if I'm holding an A major shape with my left hand like this, I can just tap exactly that an octave higher. Or another little trick you can do is you can kind of use your finger to act as a nut. So you can bring the harmonic out in this fashion. So my finger gently brushes 12 frets above what my left hand's doing. And again, it's the compression which makes those notes jump out as easily as they do. They wouldn't sound quite in the same way without the compressor being on. So it definitely helps in that respect. So I hope that's given you a few ideas to muck around with when using a compressor. And thanks for tuning in. And if you like this kind of video, check back and see what else I've put up. Thanks then.